Rail workers warned us about disaster like this. I heard firsthand months ago about the corporate practice of precision scheduled railroading.
Precision scheduled railroading is shorter staff, longer hours, longer trains, less safety, less maintenance. Do I have all that right?
Oh, you got it all right. I
Okay.
mean, a lot of the derailments that you're seeing on national TV is one of a few things. It's lack of maintenance on the track, where they've cut the track gangs too short and they can't get out to fix it, or they've cut the carmen's, which is the union that works on the rail cars. So we had one derailment here in Northeast Ohio where a wheel flange was very thin. It picked a switch and derailed the entire train. Luckily, it was full of candle wax and not something highly volatile.
Rail workers tried to strike over this stuff, but were stopped by Congress. A few weeks later, and here we are. Several Norfolk Southern cars of toxic, highly volatile chemicals exploded fantastically in the tiny town of East Palestine, Ohio, 20 miles from where I grew up. So I met Clyde in East Palestine to ask him about it.
It looks like a faulty bearing caused a catastrophic derailment. These railroads are turning profits hand over fist. They've cut their workforce to bare bones, and now they're paying the price for it because the wheels are falling off the train, basically. Carmen were inspecting cars about 3 minutes per car. That's always been the industry standard. Now it's 90 seconds per car.
Is that because of PSR?
Yes, it's a rush job right now. And these guys are under pressure. I mean, they're working men and women, and, you know, if they don't hurry up and get this car done, they're going to be fired.
Great points. So I went to a press conference with Norfolk Southern and Ohio Governor Mike DeWine to ask them about this.
What could precision scheduled railroad have to do with the axle failure that caused the derailment?
I have no idea if it's a mechanical issue. Precision scheduled railroading is a management process.
Not a great answer, and that's probably because Norfolk Southern let a worker take the fall, rather than a single corporate executive showing up in the town that they polluted to be held accountable. You see, Wall Street owns Norfolk Southern. 74% of shares are owned by a who's who of infamous hedge funds, and this is the business model that they demand. Profit at any cost. And disaster like this is simply a cost of doing business. They cut everything, make all the money, and pay off disasters in tiny flyover towns from the profit. But instead of answering for any of that, they're betting that the corporate media, under the same pressure for extreme profit as railroads, will only ask questions about how much cancer people will get and not why this preventable disaster happened.
I actually know this feel as a musician myself, and my favorite joke to tell when I'm trying to fill time on stage is, what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
Now and then I think of all the times you screwed me over, but I made believing it was always something that I'd done. I don't wanna live that way, reading into every word you say. You said that you could let it go, and I wouldn't get you hung up on somebody that you used to know.
You didn't have to cut me off, make it like it never happened, and now we have nothing. And I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low, having friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Somebody.
Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
songs about rainbows. And what's on the other side? Two rainbows are visions, but more
Don't understand what's going on. Isn't Harry Potter just bigger than J.K. Rowling at this point? No. Sorry, buddy. You're supporting a billionaire transphobe. Twitter will be hearing about this. Wait, what? You're using Twitter? What? Isn't that owned by a billionaire transphobe? Hasn't he tweeted many times ridiculing the ideas of pronouns and all the other verbiage that trans people would consider problematic? I don't pay for Twitter. Doesn't matter if you're paying for it. You're still using it. You're still aiding in the population growth and engagement on his website. And he said plenty of times he uses those numbers to justify his purchase. And those are the same numbers that are used for advertisers to bring money to his platform. Whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Well, why are you so fixated on this game? It's funny, because that's actually my question as well. Why are you so fixated on this game? Out of all the revenue streams this woman has, why do you care so much about this one in particular? Explain yourself. When's the last time you stood outside Universal Studios and boycotted ticket sales? You know she gets a percentage out of every Universal ticket sold? How many times you been out there boycotting that? What about Legos? You know how much money she makes every year from toy sales? You're a bad person, and Twitter told me that, so I'm going with it. It just seems so odd to me that out of every avenue she gets money from, you decide to go after this Warner Brothers video game that she's not even involved with. But I think I know why. Because it's easier. You get to get out of bed, pajamas on, go right onto your keyboard and type in Harry Potter game bad, therefore I'm a good person. At some point these movements always get hijacked by disingenuous individuals trying to look like the good guy for some type of purpose or validation. It's much harder work to get off your ass and go down there to Orlando or California and boycott Universal or Legos, or go to Japan and boycott Nintendo, because guess what? She has contracts with them too. The humongous parts of her income y'all just overlook. The ones that could potentially actually make real change, you just overlook. Because it's easier to attack this game. Now I'm hearing people are bullying innocent streamers just because they're playing this game? You've become exactly what you hate. A monster. For the most part, the people getting Hogwarts Legacy, it doesn't mean anything to them except they just like Harry Potter. They're not sharing any views with anyone. Alienating people with baseless labels serves no purpose. All it does is continue to divide everyone. I hope someday you can understand that. In the meantime, I'm gonna be in Hogwarts, bitch.
Do any of you also pretend like you're not going to cross the street to fake out the car that would have waited for you so you can cross the street without having any sort of human interaction?
I've been so lonely, girl, I've been so sad and down. Couldn't understand why haters joked around. I wanted to be free with other creatures like me, and now I got my wish. Cause I know that I'm a gay fish. Gay fish, yo. Motherfucking gay fish. I'm a fish, yo. Going on a gay fish. It's alright, girl. Making love to other gay fish. Gay fish, Gay fish, yo. Motherfucking gay fish. I'm a fish, yo. Going on a gay fish. It's alright, girl. Making love to other gay fish.
We have a special guest on today's flight. Kaya is a German Shepherd service dog who's been with her handler Cole since 2014. She was specifically trained to help veterans cope with mental health issues. She was the inspiration for the Pause Act. It's a federal law that allows the VA to find service dogs for veterans with post-traumatic stress, which was signed into law in 2021. Lobbying for the Pause Act and traveling with Cole, Kaya has flown on Southwest over 250 times out of the 320 flights she's been on. Sadly, Kaya was recently diagnosed with an untreatable cancer, so we have the solemn honor of taking her on what will be her last flight. As she goes home to rest where she was born and first met Cole. If you have the opportunity and feel so inclined, feel free to search for her story and pay her a visit when we arrive in Dallas to show her some love. On behalf of Southwest Airlines, the two veterans up front, we thank both Kaya and Cole Marine Corps veteran for their service.
Ha